talking about the trampolines.
Yes.
And I find it fascinating that everyone loves trampolines. Let's face it, you go to the superstore and there you are, you got your gallon jug of Visine and you're picking up your bulk stuff and they've got trampolines right up here on display.
Yeah.
But that's not the same experience that you're going to get down there.
It's not. Well, so like we were saying earlier, the goal for our trampolines at the AGC is really kind of to make sure that if people are going to go up on the hill and try new stuff, as Nadine said, chuck themselves, that the trampolines can kind of teach you the aerial awareness so that you don't get hurt. And so that in the air, you know where you're at and you can kind of counter the mistakes and get your feet back under you. And so one of the main things that I teach, especially when I'm teaching backflips, is don't tuck your chin. You want to look and see everything, and so you know where you're at.
I'm doing it in my head right now.
Yeah, let's get you out there, Greg.
I'm game.
I got you on a backflip. Yeah,
game on. We will do that because I think it'd be fun. I mean,
it's really fun.
Yeah,
it's really fun. Yeah. And a couple other things that we've got going at the AGC. We have adult pickup volleyball, and that's starting the 5th. And so that'll be Tuesdays at 6. A couple other quick plugs is we have Diane Stone teaching a cycle core class. That's on Tuesday at 7:30 a.m. Mm-hmm. The adult pickup volleyball is in the p.m. And then we also have a beginner to intermediate lifting class, also with Diane Stone, and that's 7:30 a.m. on Thursdays. So yeah. Quick plug of our classes right now.
And Diane Stone was she started there, she's been there.
She's been there a few years.
Now. Yeah. That's great. Cycle and core, all those right there at the Anti-Gravity Complex.
Perfect.
Do you take part in any of those, or are you just too busy?
I'm just too busy. Yeah. I'm doing other stuff. I work for the Bag and Kettle. I do their social media posts.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Bag. Love you guys. Michelle. I also do their website. So I love them. There. Yeah.
So you've tasted the Bag Burger.
I've tasted the Bag Burger. Yes, many times.
Now, one of the fun things that you do is, I want to know how you got started. Did you get a metal detector as a gift, or did you get the fever to explore? What came first, the metal detector or the fever to explore?
So when I was like 13, I had a buddy that had one, and he owned a farm in Falmouth. And we went out, we kind of learned how to use it, and we just immediately found insane things. Just like, we walked out my front door and found like a New Zealand coin from the late 1700s out of nowhere.
Wow.
So that's where it got sparked, was kind of 13, 14. And then I sort of, maybe 4 years ago, I got re-sparked, and my beautiful mother, Nancy Lund, got me a metal detector for Christmas. And then from there on, I got completely addicted. And then the pandemic hit. The pandemic hit, and I just went out every day. And
this isn't the golf course, is it? Oh, okay, good.
This is these are just some videos of me finding junk. These are some bloopers videos from Kingfield. But yeah, in 2020, I really went crazy and started to find really good stuff. I started to build up my display cases. I started to figure out how to ID anything that you find. I mean, if I pull a coin out of the ground and I give it a little quick cleaning, I'm going to be able to ID it. So it's fun to be able to see history. Here we have my Walking Liberty $50, one of 2 $50 that I've found.
Looks pretty good shape.
Yeah, that was found in my grandmother's apple orchard right there. Pretty special, huge find. Here we have a federal officer's coat button, a Civil War federal officer's coat button.
Wow.
So, 1859 to 63. Here we have a deucer, a 2-cent piece with a hole in it so they could keep it in their pocket. They would string a little string through it and so they wouldn't lose it. Either that or put it on a necklace. I would say it's to not lose it. But yeah, the 2-cent piece, a rare coin.
Wow, look at this stuff.
Well, I'm addicted to collecting buckles as well. Big buckle guy. D-buckles, shoe buckles. suspender clips. I have a buckle board at my house, which is just literally a wall hanger of about 80 different buckles.
Where do you find so many belt buckles?
You find one in every hunt. I don't know
Really?
why. People are their pants are falling down. This is a cool find here that I'm psyched on. This is probably a Victorian, 1900 cameo brooch. This was found on Liz Simpson's Rangeley property. Hello, Liz. Thank you for the permission. And so this is a cameo brooch that's hand carved from a seashell. And the crack right through it kind of gives it some beauty and gives it some imperfection. That's one of the coolest things I've ever found. Here we have another Civil War button. This is for the infantry. As you can see, the eye in the middle of the eagle. That was found in Kingfield. So these are all local finds. I mean, if you get a metal detector, you're going to go outside and run into stuff. I mean, here are more buckles, suspender clips, so it's a lot of stuff. Here we have a couple silver coins. At the top is an 1852 Trime. That's a 3-cent piece.
Wow.
And they were only minted for maybe 15 years or so. And I was kind of doing a size comparison to the 64 silver Roosevelt dime underneath it. There were a lot of silver coins that the U.S. minted that were very, very small and really hard to find. And this Trime was found when I learned to metal detect when I was 13. This was our first really big find. And yeah, haven't seen one or felt one since. This is a crazy story too.
Oh, this is great.
So I found this button in Eustis. Chris Maturi, shout out, I love you, Chris. Metal detected his property. He has treasures all over his property. This came from Eustis. This is a Maine Militia button with the Dirigo Pine Tree logo on it. I sent this to the Maine Military Museum for display, and there was confusion over what year it was. There was confusion over what it even was. The original Pine Tree Dirigo logo was supposedly first made in 1901, but someone thought this button sort of might have predated 1901, so really exciting to have that. That's one of my coolest finds, and it's kind of a local find. Anything Maine-oriented, man. So, yeah, this is the display case, just one of maybe 4 display cases I have. A lot of coins. I'm a big buckle guy, big coin guy, got a lot of buttons. Anything military gets me going. So, I kind of just put stuff in a display case, and then I'll look at it at night by myself. And speaking of Sugarloaf history, this is a big one too for me. So I got permission to do a side of Bigelow Station, and I found a Sandy River Railroad token. And so if you read around, you can see an S on the left top and then RRR going around. And so you would show up to the Bigelow Station, and they would give you this lead disc, and you would be like, I want to ride the Sandy River line, and then it would go chicken, and they would stamp it in. And so so I found that, and that is currently on display at the Railway Museum in Rangeley. So a couple museum pieces, which is
Good
really
for
exciting.
you that you share those so
Yeah.
people can enjoy them.
Yeah, and it's
After
hard.
you've looked at them at night.
Yeah, I do. I stare and hold them.
Who wouldn't?
I know.
Right.
But anything, Sugarloaf isn't as old as I would wish it to be as a relic finder, you know, and so to find that so close to the access road and so close to the mountain, I mean, that's probably 1880s is what that is. And yeah, you guys are pulling straight off my TikTok. Follow me on TikTok, kids. So I post videos on TikTok, and I think they're going to be cool, and then everybody makes fun of me for shaking so much. So they're like, why is...
Oh, you're excited.
I'm excited,
Yeah.
guys.
Come on, they don't get
Come
it.
on, yeah.
Yeah.
They're not even looking at my treasure. They're just looking at my...
Yeah. Well, they're probably standing there with no pants.
Yeah.
I think that's amazing. That I go down by the river in Kingfield, and then whenever there's a lot of water, the water comes up and down, and there's all kinds of new treasures that get uncovered down there.
There is.
Nothing that cool
Well, I mean...
that I found.
Rivers are tough. I've always wanted to be the guy that gets in the river and tries to find stuff, but you need all this equipment, and it's cold, and the water, and the boots, and you need... I'm kind of a land guy. I don't go to the beach much either. You can find you can find a lot of jewelry at the beach. I'm kind of more of like a colonial farm
Yeah.
type of treasure
Mostly
hunter.
just people's keys.
People's keys you find, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I do go to Cathedral Pines Beach here. Yes, good timing.
Oh, wow.
I have found a lot of jewelry at Cathedral Pines. It's the only beach really I have access to. Found this not that long ago, maybe a couple months. I've found a number of gold rings out of that small little beach too. So Cathedral Pines, heck yeah.
Huh.
Yep.
Let's watch and win if you can stay.
Yeah. We're not letting him go. He's too much fun.
I'm
here.
hanging.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and he does a great job on that.
This
yeah.
is easy for
Yeah.
me.
Well,
Yes.
geez, it doesn't come easy for everyone.
Yeah.
We don't let just any guest do that.
Is there a fart button? There is.
Of course there is. I hit it by mistake once when I was talking with Kip.
Wish
okay,
it was a
there,
longer.
I disclosed it.